I'm just back from the Mohawk 12 show out in Seattle, which was really a fun event and experience. We were judging a whole paper competition from submissions that were wide-ranging in content and approach. I'll share a little bit about some of the more interesting things that happened and some of the trends that seem to be emerging. So I got to work with the amazing team from Mohawk, guided by Jane Monast, who was really wonderful. It was a very charming group of people, also very dedicated to protecting the work and respecting the work and the process. And they were incredibly insightful, I think, as far as just what was happening in communication and design on a broad cultural level and what paper's role played in it. But also Mohawk in general having a very diverse view of what was going on and paper's role within the communication culture as it's changing. So the digital realm connected into paper and how all the pieces kind of feed each other and how communication is sort of evolving and changing. They had fascinating insights, and it was both Joel from sales and marketing side, Jane guiding and driving that, and Allie was fantastic as well, her insights. And she had a lot of great curious questions about where communication was going, so that was a real pleasure. Stanley Hainsworth for Tether was an example of that as well, kind of about the same sort of scale, diverse range. He's really charming, he's great. He has a background with years and years at Nike. He was the creative director of Lego and Starbucks as well, and now he's created Tether. He's just really charming, funny, amazing, and I've learned even more crazy stories about how wonderful Stanley is. Susanna Rodriguez, she was from SY Partners in San Francisco. Really, really brilliant insights, just incredible thoughts on form and taste and just elegance of design and concept. Really appreciated her challenging the group to make sure we're really respecting that the design and the ideas are really solid and making sure everybody was stretching beyond just aesthetic and execution to make sure the ideas were strong. And some of her work on IBM and large-scale environmental experience design was really fascinating to hear about. So from these massive scale projects to the tiniest detail was just really charming and great. Jager also, his illustration, it was very interesting having somebody from Mexico City, so from shops that represent 60 and 80 and 100 people to a one-person shop that has a gallery in Mexico City doing beautiful illustration and concept, and the music industry was really fun. That sort of matrix of insights and ideas about what design needed to do and what communication was evolving into. It was great. It led to some great late night conversations and great dinner conversation. He actually introduced us to this idea that I can't remember exactly what the name of it is, so forgive me, but there are these guys in Mexico that dance with these really weird pointy shoes, like crazy pointed shoes. They go like 2 or 3 feet high. And if you go on YouTube and just look up Mexican pointy shoe dancing, you will see some fascinating, really interesting stuff. So that was one of the things he enlightened the group about. It was really, really funny. I think Stanley kind of knew about it too. I wonder if Stanley actually has a pair of these shoes. He may, and he could probably pull it off actually. So the group was really fun, lots of great insights.